This video may contain scenes that are distressing for people who went through this fire in 2009. I'm asking for anyone who went through this fire not to watch this, please. G'day everyone, my name's Ricky James, back for also Ricky Actions 446.5 Let's Play Idiots. How you going? Welcome into the Firestorm Part 11, the last part. Let's get into it. Just give me a tick. Just gotta get rid of that, and go back to playing.
The Densoms have been fleeing the fire that destroyed Marysville for the past 6 hours. There was no room at the inn at Alexandra, but after a 150-kilometre zigzag journey, the expectant couple finds somewhere for the night.
Finally got into bed, almost exactly 2 o'clock. I remember thinking, God, it took so long. We're going to get any sleep before Otto's up.
Yes.
2 seconds after the lights went out, Emma goes, Johnny. I'm like, oh, now I have to get up, find her a biscuit, get her another cup of tea. What do you need now? And she just goes, my waters have broken. And I went, oh.
While the Densoms make their way to one hospital, at the Northern Emergency Department, one of the patients, Jason Lynn, has every reason to fear the worst. A priest who has searched for his wife and children returns.
He was walking toward me with a big smile on his face. And he said, oh, we've found them. And I needed clarity. And he said, oh, the communications, the phone calls, we've found them. Jason's wife and 2 young children are safe and they're in the Gambie.
What the hell's that in Victoria?
It was certainly a response of, that's fantastic for this young man.
Jason's wife Ruth broke all the rules when she took to the road with her 2 children, Julia and Joshua, as the fire bore down.
The fire was from the ground to the sky and as far as you could see sideways. And once I saw what was coming, I was sure Jason would die. But I had to keep going to save my own life and save the life of my kids.
I wanted to open my eyes when they started to tell me, when I knew that they were telling me something about my wife and kids. And they said, they're safe.
How did you think?
I thought, oh my God, he's alive. You know, I couldn't believe it. So there was that, the shock of knowing that he was alive, the relief that he was alive, and that I still had a husband, my kids still had a father. There's all that time. I thought he was dead, and he thought I was dead.
The aftermath of Black Saturday.
Sunday, February the 8th, 2009, Marysville.
I could see blue smoke drifting around the garden and I could hear this helicopter, and I realised that night was over, and I seriously did not want to wake up because I knew the sort of devastation that one was going to be looking at. Well, I didn't want to know what I was going to be looking at.
Listen to how many percent of the town is destroyed when it comes up.
At first light, I decided that I need to go back to home
Oh, how many buildings left?
and have a look. Chris and I, one of our very good mates, we went back to the house.
Where's lost for you, mate? I feel so sorry for you.
We found Liz and Dalton.
Every member of the Marysville CFA crew lost their home. Their captain lost much more. As Glenn tried to defend the town and its people, his wife Liz and 15-year-old son Dalton perished trying to save the family home.
It was too young.
34 lost their lives in Marysville. No town in Victoria would see so much death on the nation's darkest day. The devastating scene is repeated across fire-ravaged Victoria. More than 7,000 left homeless. The equivalent of 250,000 football ovals burnt out.
Holy crap.
The next morning, I just remember the greyness of the road. It was just like ash, and it was
Covered in ash.
barren and grey, and you want to look at what's happened, but everything it looks like a bomb went off and there's nothing there. And then all of a sudden, green and normality in just a few 100 metres, not even a kilometre from where it had all been. It was fine, just like nothing had happened.
But there is new life amongst the ruins. Caspar Densom waited for the fires to pass before arriving on the stroke of midday.
It was just fantastic. And yet, while you're having that feeling of, wow, this is just brilliant, you just couldn't lose that feeling of the pit of your stomach that all was not right with the world, even though it felt so good where we were.
The Densom's joy is tinged with sadness. Jonathan, a teacher, learns that one of his students, Matthew Leasefield, died alongside his mother and brother. They are amongst 173 people who lost their lives on the day that will be forever known
as Black
Black Saturday.
We still celebrate that day after Feb 7th.
For those who survived Australia's worst bushfire disaster, life goes on.
And on. And on. She was unsure if Strap Ewan would even be rebuilt. The Clarks have built a new home next to their old one used to be. This is what I mean with this building. The Crossways Inns was one of only 26 original buildings left in Marysville. So out of the whole town, only original 26 was left standing. So I hope they're rebuilt soon. The house is probably rebuilt already. They moved back to New Zealand. Casper will be one tomorrow. Nine-year-old Charlie Richardson survived Black Friday and Black Saturday. He passed away in September 2009, peacefully in his sleep.
The arguing point now is about who's to blame and not, and they're going to do this and they're going to do that. I don't care what they can do, and the day like that, nature will take over.
Fire or burn, nature will come back again, and we'll be rebuilt. Dedicated to all of Black Saturday. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm not going to say hope anymore when it comes up to disasters like this. Well, I just was working. Just pay your respects on Feb 7th, 2017. See you in the next reaction. Goodbye. Farewell.
Risking head and skin. If we're behind, then never mind, we'll fight and win. No word from Bendigo.